Hi everybody, it's Brocarde here, and this is a very special, spooky video for you. As you can tell, I'm adorned in a hospital robe. Why? Why anything? Why is the ultimate question. And often, I don't even know why. However, today I do know why, because I'm on the set of my music video. Yes, finally, after all this time, I am going to be releasing another single. Not only that, I'm going to be releasing a brand new album towards the end of the year. So, combining my love of everything spooky and everything haunted, it only seemed right that I film this video in a haunted location. Now, as you can see, I'm in an infirmary, but I'm actually inside one of Britain's most haunted prisons, Gloucester Prison. And this is going to be the set of my music video. I'm not actually here to do a ghost hunt, but that does not mean I'm not going to encounter any wayward spirits in the middle of this all-night filming session. Back to the music. As you can see behind me, we are in the mortuary. And there are some very, very disturbing facts about this mortuary. As you can see behind me, I have just set up the first scene of my music video. Spoiler, the single is called Identity Theft. Now, by the time this video goes live, that may or may not be public knowledge. But if I haven't already announced it, the first single of my new album is called Identity Theft. In typical Brocade style, we are going quite rogue on this one. As you can see, there's a few alien fetuses behind and a lovely mortuary table. Am I going to survive this video? Hopefully I'm going to survive the night in Gloucester Prison. Am I going to survive this video shoot? This mortuary table actually spins, and as part of my music video, I'm going to be spinning on this table. So wish me luck with that one. I'm here to film a music video, and I'm here to also film a behind the scenes of a music video, so I'm going to be flipping between the two. I'm going to try and capture as much as possible on this little handheld camera to give you the best of both worlds. Keep watching. I'm going to give you some very, very creepy close-ups of the on-set props. We have alien fetuses. These two are particularly creepy. And we have some eyeballs. And as I told you, this spinning baby. I wonder if you can actually guess what the concept for this music video is. I'm quite excited. I'm going to actually have to do some music video filming now, so hopefully I'm going to be back on this thing quicker than you can say boo. Well, I have a few moments, a few spooky facts about Gloucester Prison. This prison is built on the site of a former castle. Hundreds of people have been hung here, and they are excavating the land as we speak to recover the bodies. So for that reason, this place is as haunted as hell. I've heard a few rumours of what might be haunting this place, who might be haunting this place. Apparently there is a rogue nurse running around the infirmary, which is where we currently are. I'm hoping she doesn't come and disturb me and interrupt my shot and steal the show. Wouldn't that be amazing to capture actual paranormal evidence in the middle of a music video? So fingers crossed. I think I'm saying fingers crossed. I'll get back to you on that. I'm not sure if I do want that to happen. Anyway, watch this space. Gloucester Prison has housed some very notorious inmates over the years. There is Fred West, who spent some time here, the Cray twins, and it has a wealth of history. A lot of bad eggs came through these walls, a lot of hauntings happening in this building. It's been on numerous ghost hunting shows, so it's a very exciting place to be. While I'm waiting for the first scene to commence, I thought I'd go on a little bit of a wander, be it at my own peril or not. This is one of the haunted corridors at Gloucester Prison. And remember, a second ago, I was talking to you about excavations. Behind me, as you can see, there is a hole in the ground. This is where they've been excavating for bodies. It's afternoon at the moment, daylight outside, so this place doesn't feel that scary at the moment, but after dark, when we're here all alone, and this place is absolutely huge, I'm a little bit nervous as to what might happen. There are a lot of birds inside this building and there are a lot of noises already, so that's gonna set me on edge slightly, I think. But anyway, I have to focus on the mission in hand today, which is shooting a music video. I'm gonna head back to the mortuary. Those are words that no one really wants to say, but I find myself saying them anyway. It's kind of funny filming myself walking around. Here we go, back in the set of the mortuary. Tripoded you, so now I have arms again, which is kind of helpful because I talk with my hands, as if you watch any of my videos, you will have picked up. But yes, as I said, I'm back in the mortuary. Now this is actually a prop mortuary. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Those doors behind me do not actually house dead bodies. That is a prop wall, and when you open them, there are not body trays inside. That is one small relief. The bed, however, is real and has been used in a lot of autopsies. There is something really, really gross, which I'm going to share with you, and I probably shouldn't, but basically this bed has a grate in the bottom and all the bodily fluids would have like sunk through the hole in the base of the table through this grate. And this grate is still there, and apparently it has not been washed. Now that is absolutely disgusting, and I don't know if I should pick this up, but I'm going to show you it. I'm on my hands and knees underneath the autopsy table like no sane human would ever do, but I found the grate in question. And this is actually so heavy. That is the grate which goes on top of the autopsy table, and all the bodily fluids will have run through that. Now that's disgusting, and I need to sanitize my hands immediately. Ooh. Rock and roll. Here I am, sitting on the autopsy table, which is covered in bird poo and fake blood and human juices. Lovely. I actually feel quite motion sick because I have been spinning on this thing for the last half an hour. Ooh, and I'm with Bump. Yes, I have a bun in the oven, or 20 buns in the oven, pregnant for the purpose of this video. Now, can't give away any more spoilers, can I? Oh my gosh, this is absolutely rank. I stink. This whole thing smells of poo. I definitely am going to need a massive bubble bath when I get home, probably about 6 a.m. This is going to be a long, long night. We have just wrapped the intro. Just the intro. We've got a long, long way to go. As some of you may know, I am notorious, well, not even notorious, sadly. I am very good at writing very, very, very long songs, like miniature movies, storybooks. So this song with its full intro is probably about 5 minutes long. That means almost 2 music videos in one. On that note, I better get cracking. Bye for now. And this is the exact reason why I'm feeling slightly dizzy and slightly sick. The things I do for my music. Now the bump has to go. Because I've just given birth to, spoiler, not gonna tell ya. Gotta watch the full video, haha. A little progress update. Scene 1 has wrapped. And as you can see, I have a new friend. I've just given birth to this little alien creature who is a little bit lost and bewildered and confused about his identity. I'm absolutely covered in innards. Or prop innards. I'll leave you to guess what this is, but it's jelly. So I'm covered in jelly and it absolutely stinks. So not only am I covered in fake blood, bird poo, we can add jelly to the mix. So on to the next scene. And now I'm going to take you out of the infirmary into the main prison. Now this architecturally is stunning and instantly recognizable as a jail. So we're going to go into A wing, B wing, C wing, which is super creepy. C wing doesn't have any windows, so it's completely pitch black, even during the day. But to be honest with you, it's getting dark now, and we've only done one scene, so I'm going to be here all night. It's going to be a fun one, and yeah, I probably need to go wash my hands. As you can see, the video shoot outfit is a hospital gown, because I am a lover of gowns, but you know, we're in a prison, we're giving birth, can't really wear a ball gown, it would be absolutely ruined. Ripped to shreds, covered in all sorts of stuff. And at least with this, it can go straight in the bin, or the archive of weird props and costumes that I have building up at home. Anyway, fun fact, and I'm going to tell you this when we get into the wings, but there's some interesting stories around A wing and B wing. And there's also a condemned cell, as there always is in a disused prison. Condemned cells, yeah, where people spend their final moments. And it seems kind of crazy because I'm on the set of a music video. I seem to have completely disassociated the fact that this autopsy bed has actually had real dead bodies on it. And there's some weird noises coming from here. Yeah, on cue when I said dead bodies, weird creepy sounds. So apparently this prison is also notorious for knocking. We'll see if anyone wants to play knock and run tonight, because I will be running in my scrubs through Gloucester town centre, which is probably a horrific idea, but that's what I'll be doing if I hear too much knocking. So come with me to the next scene. A little update for you. I'm waiting for it to go dark so we can shoot the main prison. And the reason why we can't do it in the daylight, we could, but it's not very gothic, not very spooky, is because there's huge windows, and all the cells have windows too. So we're waiting for it to go dark. However, we're about to do a little bit of filming in C wing, which has no windows and is completely pitch black. So absolutely terrifying. And yeah, not quite looking forward to that. That's why I'm standing outside and waiting. Wish me luck. See what I mean? Just pitch black darkness. This is absolutely terrifying. Cannot see a thing. Someone thinks it's funny. I do not. Anyway, venture further forward through the corridor, see what happens. Yeah. Oh, this is eerie. This is really eerie. There's a massive hole in the wall. Okay. There's lots of pigeons here. These are all the cells of C Wing. And look how tiny the little windows are. And this building, this side, is the A wing. And further down is B wing. So at the moment, it's not actually that scary here. I mean, it's daylight. There's a lot of life here. There's a lot of seagull activity. Haven't seen any ghosts yet either. But I'm guessing that the whole vibe is going to change a little bit later. I feel like I should do a fit check. See this beautiful hospital gown, hand painted by yours truly, still has paint coming off of it. Oil paint on fabric. Probably not the best plan. Next time I won't be doing that. Next time I'll be using a fabric paint. But, you know, we live, we learn. We live and we learn from our mistakes, so. I'm kind of also covered in oil paint. Add it to the mix of stuff that's congealed on my personage right now. I have, as I said, kind of gross the realities of making a music video, and they tell you that this shit is glamorous. Not really. Well, not today anyway, not for me. Bird poo everywhere. Oh, this building is noisy. I'm standing right underneath the walkway which goes from C wing to A wing, and whenever someone walks on that, and I'm assuming that that is someone walking on it because it's creaky AF. And I think a lot of people love building noises and call them supernatural, but these old buildings, they have a life of their own. They have a mind and a life of their own, and naturally they have inhabitants, living and dead, animals, birds, hopefully actually not humans. I think that would be more terrifying than ghosts at this point. Yeah, real humans. Terrifying. I'm rambling now. I think I need some caffeine. I need to eat something, I think. I need to refuel. There's a long, long way to go on this video journey. I'm actually wrong. C wing does have windows, and that would have been quite obvious from outside when I was standing right opposite a window telling you that C wing had no windows. But C wing has no electricity, which is why it is extra creepy, because the corridors are absolutely pitch black, and I do have a massive studio light behind, so it's probably not giving pitch black, but this is a little cell. If I come too far in, you might not be able to see. There's a little bed here. Little bed? I sound very strange. It's a prison. I don't think we'll be referring to them as little beds. Little beautiful, lovely, comfy beds. No, there's a bed frame. So yeah, this is C wing. The cells in C wing are not quite as aesthetically pleasing. For me, it's cool because it's more Victorian style, but the rooms are bare, and I do want some props. Like I want sinks, toilets, beds, and everything like that. So I might have to wait to film my cell scene in the main block after dark. But this is a pretty sick corridor, so I'm going to try and do some fun random corridor stuff. And I have some special guests coming later, so keep watching. You never know what might unfold after dark at Gloucester Prison. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's like a get ready with me prison edition. I just have a couple of minutes of downtime. I'm just about to set up a scene in a cell, and I have tons and tons of creepy creepy dolls. And I mean, I don't quite know why I'm redoing my makeup, because I look messy as hell. I literally have had my hands in piles of jelly and mud, fake blood and slime, so I'm not quite sure why I'm paying so much attention to the makeup, but I've just reapplied a little bit of the old Deal Eyes. I've had this for absolutely ages. It's called Mitzvah. Lovely. There we go. Steal the eye look, even though you can't see it. I'm wearing false eyelashes today, which is not good for my eyeballs. I never normally wear them, but it's a special occasion. It's a video shoot, so there you go. And yeah, I don't know. Probably don't need to see the rest of the get ready with me. I'm literally just powdering myself down. But yeah, I'm about to set up a scene in the cell, and I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of setting up with my creepy dolls. And the seagulls are still being very noisy. It's not quite dark yet. I'm hoping to set up before it's dark, and then obviously they're going to turn all the lights out, so it's going to get very spooky in here. I made it into a prison cell, and I'm not actually sure at this point whether that's something I should be bragging about, but yeah, it's pretty much dark. And I have some very special guests. My camera doesn't know which face to focus on. I win. Woo! So yeah, meet my creepy doll friend who's going to be joining me for this scene. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, there's no method to this. Just going to be surrounding myself in creepy dolls. And some of them are super creepy, like the head actually spins round, which would typically be a sign that she's possessed. I'm assuming it's a she. You can never tell these days. Oh. She's got moving eyeballs. Wow. The Valley of the Dolls. So I was watching this really funny video the other day about Gloucester Prison, and it probably wasn't meant to be funny, but the guy who was hosting the show, this ghost hunting show, he came out with a statement that A Wing used to house the not terrible criminals, which he followed quite quickly by saying that these criminals did things like theft. And then he ended the sentence with murder. Okay, murder, in my opinion, is quite a serious crime. I would say so. But in addition to B-Wing used to house the very notorious criminals, people who mass murdered and sex offenders. And when I take you through there in a little bit, I will show you why and how the B-Wing is set up. But for now, I'm back to playing with my very creepy dolls. And I realised if I keep filming me put one doll on the bed at a time, this is going to take a very long time. So I might have to just cut this clip and in the interest of time, because you know me, I do like to have a little waffle. So yes, this is quite scary because this doll very much looks like me when I was a child. Now, I bet you're thinking, what on earth happened? You now have black hair, but hey, we grow, we evolve. Sometimes we move backwards, sometimes we move forward, sometimes we get more creepy. Sometimes we grow into ourselves, which again is quite fitting for the title of the song of this music video. Anyway, bye. Mini me and me are saying bye for now because I need to get on and set this scene up. The day is literally slipping away and I'm not recording as much on the behind the scenes video because we are absolutely rushing to get every scene filmed before we go home. I made it to the notorious B-Wing and I'm standing behind the segregation bars. Now, for those of you who don't know, some of the most notorious prisoners from Gloucester Prison, from Gloucester Prison. Well, it's getting to that time of day where my brain is like flipping out and I definitely need to go and eat some food. But yeah, the most notorious prisoners who were housed here as inmates were on this B wing, and these segregational bars were so the other prisoners could walk past, because these prisoners were particularly nasty and particularly violent, and a lot of them were mass murderers or rapists, sex offenders. So this area of the prison is supposed to be not very pleasant for female visitors. So watch this space. I've literally been headbanging, climbing the bars, completely in the zone in terms of filming a music video. But I just thought I'd come on my little Brocade cam and show you behind the scenes at Gloucester Prison. So there it is. And I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be able to film this evening before I wrap, but thanks for watching, and I hope you do go and watch the music video for Identity Theft. It's been an absolute blast recording it, so I'm really, really, really excited to share. In fact, I'm really excited to share new music with you in general. It's got to that time of the evening, my friends, where I am starting to do crazy stuff. I literally just recorded a whole video and then deleted it when I was trying to turn my camera off. Anyway, I have been running around 3 floors of prison, headbanging in multiple different locations, and the plan is to compile it all together so it looks like an army of brocades. Loads and loads of me. Imagine that. More than one. Wow, one is more than enough for anyone to handle. But the plan is to create an army marching. I've reached that stage where I'm well and truly delirious, ridiculously tired. I have been on the go all day. It is way past midnight and I need my bed, I need some food. But I hope you enjoyed watching my video. This is a wing behind, and I didn't even get to show you the condemned cell. The condemned cell is 3 floors up. I was marching outside of it a minute ago. But I will leave you, love you and leave you here because I'm far too tired to be making any sense. So, bye. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you enjoy watching my music video. Fingers crossed. If you do, show me some love. See, I literally do not want to leave, but I'm gonna. Bye.